Kita mulakan
Yeah.
Assalamualaikum dan sejahtera saya ucapkan kepada semua. Terima kasih kerana sampai ke hari ini. Kita ada sharing session yang cukup menarik hari ini. Kita ada panel-panelis yang hebat bersama dengan kita. Kita ada beberapa session selepas daripada panel-panel ni menjawab soalan daripada Taka. Kita ada bersama dengan TVS sendiri. Orang kata lebih dekat dengan TVS. Anda boleh kenal lebih lagi dengan TVS. Dan kemudian kita ada performance. Kita ada buka Q&A session. Untuk merokok sekali lagi, tidak dibenarkan kat dalam ni. Nak merokok dekat luar sana. Dekat atas kita ada pameran. Pameran. Exhibition, kita ada exhibition kat atas. Anda boleh tengok perjalanan TVS di luar negara. Kejap lagi Taka akan ceritakan lebih lanjut tentang apa yang jadi kat atas tu. Tanpa melengahkan masa, saya serahkan majlis kepada Taka Harasuiko. Dipersilakan.
Terima kasih. Okay. Seorang satu. Hello everyone dan selamat datang ke forum aka sesi borak-borak irama dagangan / musical export. Duduk sini ke? Okay, tak apa, boleh? Okay, tak apalah. Mana tahu nak tanya soalan apa tadi kan? Okay, kita share mic . Kena bagi. Okay. So, saya perkenalkan ahli panel kita hari ini, Encik Arwis dari Second Combat, Utarit dan Letlo, Piri Rice. Okay, tepuk. Ada 3 band. And
Assalamualaikum.
On. Okay.
Hello.
So all 3 bands have toured, betul? Yes. Okay. Next in line is Faris from diam. Diam. Tepuk. Diam. Okay. Betul kan? Sebutkan.
Excellent.
Bukan diam kan? Sebab nanti macam bila orang tanya, band apa? Diam.
Kita pernah dapat Hep Diam pun pernah.
Hep diam?
Hep Diam.
Oh, Hep diam. Okay. Our third panelist is Miss Alena Murang. Kakak. She's a musician. She plays sape and she has toured the world. Basically, everyone has toured lah. Around the world. And then our final panelist is Encik Ipin, tour manager and manager of Hujan. Okay, cuak tu. Minum air dulu. Okay, so I would like to have each and every one of you to tell the crowd, tell the audience like what you do and also basically a short introduction lah. What you do and where you've been. Yeah.
Is it like day jobs or?
Yes, day job and also the band. Start dengan Encik Arwith. Boleh?
Assalamualaikum semua. Saya Awid dari Seri Kembangan. Saya bekerja sebagai project designer untuk ID lah. ID company. Lagi apa tu?
Interior design .
Ya, interior design.
Interior design. Okay. As a band? Like you have 3 bands?
3 bands.
Ceritakan sikit tentang 3 band tu.
Okay, my first band is Utarit, where we start in around 2003. And then the same time I play with Second Combat, but the band tu lagi lama lah. Diorang start dalam 96. 96 start. Tapi I start main dengan Utarit dulu as a bassist. And then from there I start tour lah dengan Utarit for the first time in 2005. Okay, lepas tu dengan Second Combat kita orang tour 2007.
Piri Rice?
Dia agak baru. So kita start dalam 2014. Setakat ni paling jauh pergi Jepun je lah. 2016 hari tu. Itu je.
Okay, Encik Faris?
Hi, I'm Faris from Diam. My day job. Now currently I'm flexibly employed as a as a business journalist. If you need me to do write-up for your websites or whatever, I'm just putting it out there. Marketing. We are a queercore band. We've been around since 2009. And the first tour we did outside of Malaysia was in 2016. We did some European countries, and then we did it again in recently in July, August. So,
Okay. Thank you. Miss Alina.
Hi, I'm Elena from Elena Murang. So I usually play solo, but I also play in an international production called Small Island Big Song, and I have now a Sape girl band called Ilu Leto. But I actually started touring with a band called Diplomats of Drum in 2014, and we started in the US. We were there for 4 weeks. And since, I think this year has been the biggest travel I've done. I was in Denmark, Iceland, Norway, South by Southwest in the US. That was amazing. Taiwan a lot, Indonesia, Amsterdam, Paris, a lot in Europe.
Okay. Thank you, Miss Alina. And finally, Encik Ipin.
Hai, Assalamualaikum. Saya Ipin Ahmad. Saya tak main muzik. Saya hanya manager untuk band Hujan dan Nur Saleh. So previously kita punya experience, kita pernah tour London, France, Australia, Indonesia, Singapore, sikit-sikit lah. So tu je lah. So saya buat full time manage band and saya tak main music. Okay, terima kasih.
Okay, thank you everyone for the introduction. I would like to ask to everyone lah. What makes you want to tour instead of just playing in Malaysia? Yeah, because for Encik Arwith himself dah ada 3 band and pernah tour kan, and for Faris you guys toured twice already, and Alina as well. So everyone has macam that, you have that starting point. What made you want to keluar Malaysia and tour? Yeah, anyone can just chime in. Okay, we start with Alina. Miss Alina.
I think it's actually quite a difficult question. It's about, I never thought why. Like, I just always loved to travel. So one day I said, I actually had a corporate job, which I quit. And then I said, I want to play music and I want to travel. So I just found a way to make the two happen. And also before, I wanted to get our Kalabit stories out into the world, like as far as reach as possible. So that's my main motivation.
For you guys?
For us, because initially we had the opportunity to tap into the global queer network through friends, and we thought, why not? Like people always ask us, korang macam tak cukup pang lah, korang tak pernah tour. That's the thing lah. Waktu kita orang macam, fuck y'all, kita orang tour je, selamba je. Just saved up the money. It took us a long time to save up the money for the first tour, but we just went out there and did it. Yeah. Why not?
So I heard that you guys took like 7 years for the first tour to save up, and then it took only 2 years for this year. So what's the difference?
This time around, we tapped into funding from organizations. We managed to get some money from the Goethe Institute. So if you also want to tap into that, you can do it. They're very open to all kinds of art forms. Yeah, which we didn't do the first time around because we had no idea how to go about doing it. Kita orang memang tak tahu, tak ada idea langsung sebab kita orang tak pernah buat kan. The first time memang kita orang 100% belasah je. So we saved up the money for 7 years from shows and merchandise sales to go on the first tour.
Okay, for Encik Arwith, sebab ada 3 band kan, boleh pilih satu, mana-mana band?
Ya, macam Faris juga, kita orang macam gamble je. Masa awal-awal dulu, kita orang start daripada scene hardcore punk kat Malaysia ni, kita orang panggil macam KLAC kan?
KLAC?
KLAC, Kuala Lumpur Hardcore.
Okay.
So, around that time, mostly main kat dalam Malaysia je. So, paling jauh pun main kat Singapura. Itu pun dah macam bagi kita macam dah paling gempak lah tu, main kat Singapura tu kan. So, macam tak ada seorang pun terfikir macam nak pergi lebih jauh, at least pergi Indonesia ke kan, tak ada pun. At least saya dengan kawan-kawan Utarit, kita orang dah plan daripada awal sebelum tertubuhnya band ni. Memang nak bawa band ni pergi jauh daripada main kat Malaysia je lah. So kita orang cakap lah, takkan nak main kat sini je kan. Lepas tu, itulah start dari situ 2005 tu rasanya Tak ada lagi band Malaysia yang keluar. So kita orang tak tahu nak tanya siapa. So kita orang just gamble, contact dengan ada connection daripada Germany, bla bla Europe semua. Ada seorang ni dari nama dia Large, ada label kan. So dia lah banyak tolong kita orang untuk set upkan tour kita orang kat Europe tu. So dari situlah dia mula.
Okay. Second Combat pernah tour juga kan?
Second Combat. Cerita dia sebab first time tu tak pernah pergi, jadi clueless kan. So macam tak tahu macam mana nak buat. Second time dengan Second Combat tu, most of the show I book sendiri. I book all the shows sendiri, so I contact all the promoter, the venues. So much easier lah kalau kita dah pernah pergi.
Betul.
So kita dah tahu dah lepas tu. So senang dah.
Macam mana nak cari promoter dekat tu?
Promoter basically kita just Google ataupun tanya orang lah.
2005 ada Google lah?
Time tu
As
Yahoo.
in orang pakai Google, you know,
Yahoo,
like
eh?
extensively like now.
Search pakai Yahoo lah dulu.
Yahoo, yes, Yahoo. Dulu Yahoo dengan MSN. Okay, for Encik Ipin, sebab you are a manager of Hujanan and you guys went to tour, like the UK tour and the France tour. How was it? How was it from your end as a manager menghandle booking apa semua tu? Macam mana korang cari show dekat UK?
So kalau kat UK kita punya promoter, local promoter kat sana. So dia yang hook us up dengan semua show. Basically semua show luar kita akan ada promoter, designated promoter kat mana-mana lah. So usually macam Hujan kita banyak main untuk Malaysian crowd juga actually. Macam even kat London pun mostly is Malaysian crowd lah. But then kita main dekat pubs and bar dekat sana. So macam kita my job is basically untuk bawa band tu from KL to London. And then kat London akan ada orang yang settlekan booking show lah. So macam saya punya job more towards like macam mana nak handle band tu dengan perjalanan dekat sana. Untuk show akan ada orang lain untuk booking kita.
So ada like a team yang pergi dengan Hujan, bukan saja Hujan, malah ada
disebabkan kekangan kewangan. So selalunya kalau kat KL kita punya team agak besar. Tapi bila kita keluar usually kita minimize sikit lah. So macam kalau kita pergi London tu pasal kita pakai duit sendiri kan. So macam ni cakap kita kena kumpul duit apa benda semua. So yang pergi London tu just the band dengan saya saja.
5 orang. 5 orang kan?
Campur saya 5 orang. Tapi kat sana sebab ada kawan-kawan. So kita minta tolong lah. Percuma.
That's also very important to have friends in like for the UK shows this time. We had Kat Brogan who helped us because she has a very extensive network over there. So sebab budget wise kita orang tak boleh nak afford things like promoters and stuff like that. So everything is done through the network of friends. Yeah.
So basically if you want to get a promoter outside, you have to hire them.
It depends.
It depends.
There's an arrangement lah.
Okay. But if you want like a local like European promoter, then you might need to, or it really depends.
It depends on the arrangement.
It depends
I
on the
guess,
arrangement. Miss Alena, I heard that you went to South by Southwest. Did you went alone or did you went with a band?
I went with a band. So this year I travel a lot with Small Island Big Song. It's 6 of us from different island nations. So I have a guy from Easter Island, Solomon Island, Taiwan, Madagascar, Torres Strait Island, something like that. And we all play together. So the narrative is that we all came from Taiwan 5,000 years ago. And so we got an official showcase in South by Southwest. And then thing is at South by Southwest, you can also set up your own shows. So you can set up your own show in the cafes or in so we had the Australia House host us. So that means I think it's Ministry of Tourism Australia. They rented a bar. So we played 2 shows there. We played 1 show in the Russian House. And then we had an official showcase in South by Southwest as well. It was so overwhelming. It's huge. It's so huge. And there's like all kinds of names over there also. So it was good for the experience, but I think also it's very easy to get diluted in the whole program.
Yeah, because it's like a whole week long of activities, right? Yeah. So how did you manage to like join the band? How did you guys meet?
So we have 2 producers, Tim and Bao Bao. They're a couple. They're based in Taiwan. And they were looking already for a musician from Borneo, and they met my tourism board at a music festival in Taiwan. and my tourism board suggested me. They came down. I took them to the kampong. They filmed over there. So our shows, they also have live film. Like it's a cinematic experience with live music. Yeah, just by email, meeting people. My Sarawak tourism board supports me a lot.
Ah, so they connected you guys.
Yeah.
To the band. I also heard that you through the small island big bands,
Big song.
small
Yeah, it's a
island
very
big
long
song.
name.
There's a documentary, a Taiwanese documentary that was that follows you guys around. Is that
Yeah,
true?
so
Yeah.
Taiwan is great. Like Taiwan has so much money for indigenous music specifically, but also for music. Whenever I've been there 4 times this year, and there's festivals every single weekend across the island. So yeah, at the same time, the Taiwanese indigenous TV station, they were shooting a documentary of our tour around Europe, and then finally ending up back in Taiwan. So we did a cultural exchange in Taiwan.
Okay, it's good. It's good to know. Okay, let's move on to the next question. Sort of, I'm just playing things by ear now because I'm not a pro moderator. So you guys mentioned that you guys didn't know who to ask when you needed to tour. So, did you guys plan the tour first and then you start arranging financials, buying tickets and stuff, or you buy the tickets first and then you decide to arrange the tour? Like you buy the return ticket first, and okay, we're gonna be in Europe for 1 month, and then we're gonna find shows there. So how do you guys go about that for your shows, for your tours? Sorry.
Okay, for the first time, my friend in Germany, they booked for a show first, and then after all the shows confirmed, like maybe at least the first show and the last show is confirmed, then baru kita beli tiket lah lepas tu. Tapi kita akan cari tiket yang termurah lah untuk pergi ke Europe masa tu.
So antara first show dengan last show tu akan ada selitkan show-show lain lah. Yang tu macam mana korang approach?
Itu yang first arrange tu dia akan buat lah, dia akan cari setiap negara promoter untuk buat satu show.
So satu promoter Europe untuk semua show di Europe.
Show. Dia macam tour agent, tour manager.
Tour manager. Okay.
Yeah.
For you guys?
First time round, we didn't really have a tour manager, so and we were also employed full time. So kita orang fikir, okay, when can we take cuti? So we take the cuti, we buy the tickets, and then we blast email to all our friends to pass to their friends, Says we're gonna be here from this date to this date. Do you all have shows for us? So through the network of people, friends of friends of friends, they're like, okay, can you come and play here? Can you come and play here? And all that we asked in exchange was a place to stay and food to eat. And on top of that, maybe a share of the ticket sales or whatever money they could get together for us, so we can have money to get from one place to the next place. So it was a bit of a logistical nightmare, I think, but that because you're broke, you don't really have money, so that's the best you can do. So, but through the network of friends and friends of friends, we managed to book shows. And the second time around was a little bit more organized, because I think Kat helped us set up a lot of shows in the UK, and on the European side of the tour, it was through our friends who had come and stayed here with us, and they helped set up shows for us and also helped advise us a bit on the logistics side. We couldn't afford a tour van or anything, so everything was public transport. Everything. So we lugged all our equipment, trains, planes, buses, ferries, everything. You name it, we've done it.
Everything. Beca also probably have.
Kalau paling murah, dan kita orang akan naik beca juga. Yes.
Basikal lah.
Basikal.
Like tu. For Miss Alena, because you're a solo artist, so you have toured solo as well. And you have toured with a band. So what's the difference between touring alone? Of course, financially, definitely lah, because you just like tour alone.
Yeah.
So what's a big difference that you feel macam?
I think I don't know, like personally, it's so much more fun to tour with a band, you know? You travel, you get to experience, you laugh with your friends, you cry with your friends, people helping you out and everything. Solo is a lot easier to get funding lah. I mean, that's the bottom line, I think.
Definitely.
Yeah, I'm in the middle of putting together a band now.
Oh, okay. Is
Um,
it the Girls Happy Band? Girls Happy
no,
Band?
that's
Oh.
one band, but a band for myself. So my songs and then some guitarists and drummers. But I think my like setup is a little bit different. About I I go mostly to festivals. So for me, what really helped was to go to showcases. And I think, like, I feel like there's not enough awareness here about showcasing. And basically, I showcase. So my industry is quite different from the mainstream music, I guess. So mine's called World Music Industry. And there's one huge showcase every year called WOMEX, World Music Expo, and it's always in Europe. And I was like called up a week before by my tourism board. They said, hey, we want to bring you to WOMEX. I was like, what's that? They said it's a showcase. And they only pay for my ticket. So I had to cover my own accommodation and food and everything else. And it was in Spain. And basically you meet like all the festival directors are there, like director of Glastonbury, Coachella, and then even down to smaller festivals. And I met a guy from Korea. He had a showcase festival in Seoul, so he invited me to Seoul. I showcased there. So do you guys know what a showcase festival is? It's, how to explain? It's a marketplace. So your audience is all the festival directors, promoters, agents, people who will book you. So from there, I not necessarily got booked. Like sometimes I got booked, but I think the most important thing is you make friends. So whether you're like makan or drink or smoking or just hanging out, doing none of that stuff. You have you friend them on Facebook, they know you, they might know somebody else. And I feel like for me, that's how my global network really works. Just through like friendships, knowing people. That's how I get booked for festivals.
So guys, it's important to have friends. Make friends as many as you can.
Friends who can do things.
Friends with benefits, not those kind of benefits. Can also. So Encik Ipin, yang apakah perbezaan antara tour yang Australia tu kurang tour juga atau?
Kita main dua show kat Australia.
Dua show. Okay, so apa perbezaan tour dekat Australia dengan tour dekat UK?
Dia lebih kurang lah. Sebab last kita duduk rumah orang. Cuma dekat Australia tu best sikit lah, kita duduk Malaysian Hall kan. So proper sikit, semua ada rumah, bilik sendiri semua kan. Tapi rata-rata lebih kurang tak. Cuma dia financial punya benda lah. So macam kat Australia saya rasa dia lebih mahal sikit daripada kat UK kot. So macam UK kita boleh masak semua kan. So tapi main wise dia lebih kurang. Macam kita punya experience pun actually bila kita main macam kat bar ke apa kat UK tu, actually atas ni dia 10 kali ganda lagi best lah. Dia belanja kawan-kawan sikit. So dia orang ada je tempat yang tak berapa nak proper sangat pun kan. Tapi for me bila kita main kat luar ni dia experience tu yang kita band progression, kita experience tengok cara orang luar bekerja, macam mana kita boleh improve. And then saya rasa dia punya semangat setia kawan tu akan diuji lah waktu touring tu kan, waktu you keluar tu. For me kalau you tour dia end up dia akan ada dua result je. It's either your band lagi tighter as a brothers, ataupun you akan berpecah, ataupun you akan buang salah seorang lah.
So yang tu dalam kes
setakat
tu
ni alhamdulillah kita orang masih bersama. Kan? Dia tahu tu bagi saya lah. Personal view saya lah. So sebab bila you jalan-jalan you akan orang lain kepala kan. So selalunya dia akan macam dia ni nak buat A tapi yang lagi 4 orang nak buat B. So dia akan selalu ada benda-benda macam tu. So macam tu macam mana you nak get over it, macam mana you nak solve benda-benda tu. For me tu lagi interesting daripada yes you main depan orang, you main depan orang yang you tak kenal. So itu pun satu challenge as a musician lah. But then as a band for me saya rasa benda tu lagi diuji daripada you main depan orang. You main je lagu tu you dah berapa puluh kali, beribu kali main lah. Tapi benda tu macam you main kat KL, you habis main, you balik, you bengang dengan your bandmates or your crew or whatever. You balik rumah, you tidur lah. Tapi kat sana, you tidur sekali kot kan.
Betul. Mike?
Hello. Okay. Playing is the easy part. Traveling with your bandmates is another challenge as well because y'all are going to be sleeping together in the same bed or share a sleeping bag or you're going to be sleeping in the weirdest places. Kita orang pernah tidur dekat bus station. Yeah, so that's a real test of friendship lah, I guess. Yeah, you either love your bandmates more after that or you're less like, that's it. Yeah, divorce. That's it. Yeah.
So for Diam, how which spectrum did you guys went
Kita
to?
orang cemuluk je dengan semua orang. Mengeratkan silaturahim, yes.
Untuk Encik Arwith pula, antara tiga-tiga band tu yang mana yang paling susah nak handle? Semua lain kan? Semua member lain?
Semua lain.
So macam mana yang paling...
Rasanya mungkin dengan Utarit lah. So masa tour tu ada jugalah perselisihan faham kan. Tapi kita boleh buat berbincang lah sebenarnya. Sebab kita akan masa tour dekat 3 minggu kan. So nak bergaduh pun tak guna juga. So macam akan tidur sekali lah nanti kan. Tapi itulah orang kata kita kena saling faham memahami lah.
Apakah cabaran yang paling macam menguji kesabaran semua orang pada in your touring experience? Yang paling macam ni aku dah tak tahan ni, aku tak nak tour sebab ni aku dah tak nak tour. Dia sampai tahap tu lah. Ada tak?
Duit.
Okay, itu tolak tepi. Dia macam cabaran-cabaran ni lah. Where you have to deal with cranky people in wherever you go sometimes, and then macam tak ada tempat nak stay, those kind of things. Any challenges that you have to face throughout your tour? The most difficult. So that kita tahu tour ni menyusahkan tapi kita kena buat juga.
Untuk Utarit, so masa kita orang tua tu budak-budak ni ada yang minum kan. So bila minum tu kadang-kadang dia tak boleh kontrol. So macam itu akan menjadikan masalah untuk band lah bila kita nak perform, nak buat set up sound check semua tu. So macam kadang-kadang datang lambat, pergi mana tak tahu, hilang sekejap. Itu pun satu. Ya, itu masalah agak tu. Sampai bergaduh agak lah. Sampai ada seorang tu hilang wallet lah, apalah. Pening kepala lah macam tu.
Okay. For your band?
Because when you travel, people are going to give you alcohol, they're going to give you drugs, they're going to give you everything. So pandai lah korang manage diri sendiri. That's one thing lah. And also, because the last tour, we packed 15 shows in a space of 3.5 weeks. So memang the cycle was, you guys have to get used to it. It's tiring, korang memang takkan cukup tidur, takkan cukup makan, that's the thing. You play a show, sleep for a few hours, the next morning get up super early, take a bus train, and then repeat. So that's because money-wise, we have to think about, we have to maximize in terms of monetary aspects, we have to maximize that in a short space of time. So we pack in as many shows as we can, and it gets tiring. It gets tiring repeating the same thing over and over again, and you're not going to sleep in a proper bed for a long time. So korang kena get prepared for that.
Okay, on that note, because you said you wake up and then sleep every day, right? So that's basically the culture there where you tour, you can tour even macam ada show ada show weekdays, betul lah. And in Malaysia, the difference would be like most of the shows that we have are usually on weekends, right? So what's the huge difference between like the shows that you've done in Malaysia and there? Because there's that culture where you get to perform every night. But here macam you kind of like more or less have to wait for weekends for people to, okay, weekend baru ada orang ada masa. So what's the difference that you see between that? Aside from frequency lah.
Because weekday shows in Europe, people will still come. They will still come and they will still stay until the very end of the show. Tapi I think probably in KL less so lah. Kalau weekday, it's a bit hard to get people to come to your shows. Tapi bagi diorang kat sana, I think because a lot of them are also probably living on unemployment benefits, and a lot of them are also flexibly employed. So they have the time to come to your shows. And if they really like your band, they will make the time to come to your shows. And another thing I noticed that is if they don't know your band and they're curious, they will still come to your show. They will make the time to come to your show. Kat sini kalau band tak famous or tak siapa kenal, nobody wants to go to their shows and check them out kan. Tapi kat sana, everybody is willing to give you a chance.
That's true. So, Miss Alena, in your experience, because your genre basically is world music, right? So, how do you approach macam performing your music to a crowd that has zero idea on what kind of music you represent and what you represent as a person and as an artist?
So mostly I do festivals, right? And they're mostly world music festivals. So people are already there, like curious. They want to hear different stories, different cultures, they want to see different instruments, different costume and everything. And yeah, people are very much more interested in your stories. So sometimes I'm on stage, I talk a lot also. We do a lot of workshops, so as people also book you based on your capabilities to do workshops. They ask you to list down like what workshops you can do. That's it, I guess. But wait, I want to expand on what.
Yes, go ahead.
It's so penat to tour. It's so tiring. Yeah, I came back from my 5-week tour. And I think it took me more than 7 days to recover. Like I had legit burnout.
That's intense. Was it daily or was it like?
We were daily doing something. So we were daily either traveling or practicing because me and the band, we live in different countries, kan? Or we were performing, or we had interview, or we were traveling. So even after we finished 4 weeks in Europe, we had a 3 a.m. had to go to the airport for a 7 a.m. flight from Spain to London. Spent 12 hours in London for an interview, a really good interview lah. And then from London, I flew to KL, not direct flight. Stayed in KL for 20 hours, like tukar baju and everything. Then went to Taiwan the next day, had a show that night, and then drove 6 hours down south to shoot. And then a week later, came back to KL, went to Kuching to see mom and dad to keep them happy. But like KL, then I was so exhausted. And I think also like for me at least, when I travel, I don't really get to see the place. I see a lot of airports, backstage, and stage. I think everybody thinks it's like, I get to see the country and everything. I don't have time to wash my hair. Seriously, wash hair and do laundry. We hardly have time.
For Hujan pula ada macam touring yang intense macam tu tak? Tak kisah dalam Malaysia atau luar Malaysia. Yang semua rushing pergi airport, lari kejar-kejar.
Hujan pernah buat promo tour dekat Indonesia untuk Jakarta dan Bandung. Benda tu sebab saya tak payah interview kan. So the band boleh nampak yang benda tu memenatkan lah. You imagine macam satu hari you ada 3 interview yang 3 tanya soalan sama. You kena buat untuk 2 minggu, 3 minggu kan. So macam soalan-soalan yang macam kenapa nama Hujan? You jawab benda tu. Satu hari 5 kali. Sebab semua tak kenal kan. So satu saya rasa band tu penat lah. Macam saya okey. Saya time dia interview saya duduk tepi kan. Bukan tak payah jawab kan. Cuma benda tu pernah macam kita pernah pagi kat Bandung buat interview, lepas tu pergi Jakarta ada TV shoot, after TV shoot patah balik Bandung on the same day. Driving kan, so ada interview lain pula, and then ada main show apa benda semua. So benda tu lah. Kalau kat luar tak se-hectic tapi penat lah. Macam hari-hari macam ni cakap hari-hari show kan. So basically habis show you pack barang balik rumah, masak or whatever makan. So pagi benda sama, naik train, jalan kaki, angkat barang berat-berat kan. Lepas tu macam untuk musician lagi penat, you kena perform lagi apa benda kan. So fitness tu kena ada. Kena jaga kesihatan.
Yes.
So kat luar weather kita orang Malaysia kan. Kita panas tapi nak benda sejuk, bila sejuk kan tak sihat pula kan. So benda-benda macam tu lah. Sediakan ubatan, vitamin,
vaksin.
Vaksin. Benda-benda macam tu lah. Walaupun penat, saya masih tak mampu untuk hilangkan weight lah. Walaupun kerja hari-hari. Kan? Macam tu lah. Tapi dia actually saya rasa dia experience yang best lah. Cuma sebab you kat sini you tak boleh buat show hari-hari. Macam mana orang nak datang unless you buat show kat Mamak lah. Kan? So tu confirm ada orang lah. Sebab dia kat sana macam tak tahu lah, mungkin culture diorang memang diorang tak ada mamak kan. So diorang habis kerja dan pergi bar. So saya rasa saya rasa Malaysia dia sebenarnya kalau nak show hari-hari mamak tu kena buat stage untuk orang perform.
Betul sebenarnya,
Kan?
sebab semua orang pergi mamak.
Confirm ada orang lah kan. You best tak best orang tengok kan.
Betul. Kita kena start petition ni. Kita approach semua pelita ke apa semua.
Buat stage kan.
Kan. Kena ada stage kan. Semua band, all genres
kita boleh buat show hari-hari.
Betul.
Kan? So
Benda tu membantu dalam band untuk praktis jugalah kan. Sebab praktis dekat studio dengan studio jamming dengan live ialah dua benda sangat beza. Sebab live kita, terhantuk ke? sorry. Sorry ada tangga kat situ. So perbezaan ni ialah itulah macam kita kalau waktu perform live, that is the best practice that a band can get. So what kind of preparations that you guys did before going to tour to outside countries where you know macam okay, these people, I don't know if some of you may sing in macam Hujan dalam BM and yours is Kenyahan Kelabit. Am I wrong? Okay, Kenyahan Kelabit. So like the language barrier, how do you guys prepare your shows and set list apa semua tu for your shows outside? Yeah. We'll start with you. Shuffle sikit, yes.
Because our songs are, some of them are very within a cultural context like lagu kita orang Bad Mama tu sebenarnya kita orang ambil proverb bahasa Melayu ni yang selalu parents kita pesan kat kita yang benda-benda macam ni kita direct translate to English. So people outside are very curious to know about our culture. They want to know. And especially if you are, say like us, we're a LGBT band from Malaysia where being LGBT is so they want to know your story. So before you play a show or something, just have a little narrative. Share with them your perspective. Tell them a bit about your songs. Sebab lagu kita orang ada juga bahasa dalam bahasa Malaysia. Diorang bukannya tak nak dengar. Diorang nak dengar tapi diorang nak tahu meaning di sebalik lagu tu juga. Lepas tu dia akan curious juga more and more about what we're saying in the songs. So it helps if you tell a little bit about what you're singing about and a little bit about what your band is about as well. Especially because these people have never seen you before. They don't know who you are, but they want to know. And then after the shows, usually they will approach you and ask more questions, and you also have to be prepared, be open to answer any kind of questions.
Okay, for Hujan, ada crowd luar yang how do you perform Malay songs to the locals there? Ke memang perform kat Malaysia saja? Rasa ada campur juga kan? Ada
campur.
So apakah resepsi locals terhadap lagu-lagu Hujan?
Yang daripada apa yang saya nampak dia macam okey. Dia macam tu cakap dia muzik tu dia dengar muzik lah, cuma dia nak tahu apa yang kau cakap ni kan. Macam tu lah. So macam apa yang dia cakap tu betul lah. You macam kalau macam Hujan bukan mostly lah, semua lagu bahasa Malaysia kan. So selalunya kena bagi tahu sikit lah macam kita band daripada mana, macam kita main apa kan. So lagu ni pasal apa. So macam tu. So in terms of lagu semua tu selalunya band and selalunya dia memang tu kerja dia lah. Dia sebab dah memang dia master benda tu kan. So alhamdulillah setakat ni okey kot reception orang kan.
So kiranya sebelum start satu lagu tu dia akan cerita sikit pasal lagu tu, every song.
Not every song lah, depends. So ada macam kita punya set, ada yang kita main back to back. So mana yang kita sempat cakap kita akan cakap lah. So
dia ada prepare like something special for the audience outside.
Macam Hujan, diorang ni selalunya band yang agak spontaneous. So selalunya set list tu hanyalah guideline untuk kita nak main lagu apa. Tapi macam kadang-kadang dia tambah lagu suka hati dia kan. So
on stage.
On stage.
Terus petik lah.
Dia main lah. Macam tu lah.
Bahaya tu.
So macam kalau selalu kita tapi sebab diorang dah tahu semua, sebab diorang mostly main lagu sendiri kan. So bila dia main lah. So semua orang dah tahu kan nak main macam mana. So
Hujan ada macam main cover songs jugalah. Macam contohnya okay, this is an English crowd, so kita kena cover lagu Beatles ke apa, like just to
seingat saya maybe kalau dalam 20 kali mungkin sekali kot Tapi mostly diorang akan main lagu sendiri. Seingat saya tak pernah ingat yang freshly ada satu lagu. Mungkin ada yang saya tak ingat, tapi seingat saya tak ada. Sebab dia banyak main lagu diorang because kita nak showcase lagu kita kan. Kita tak perlukan main lagu Beatles untuk orang suka kita.
Hey, betul. Dengar tu.
Kalau dia suka, dia suka kan. Itu saya bukan band. Itu perception saya. Bukan perception Hujan.
Okay. For you, like any preparations that you do beforehand, and how was the reception? Reception, my God, my English. Reception.
For the songs, not really. Like I keep my set more or less the same. Also because that's what they booked me for. I think language for me is very important, specifically for Kenyang and Kelabit language, to always sing in that. But I think for all of us, like you don't have to sing in English. I used to be worried about it, that people won't understand. But then I think what's the song? Despacito. Everybody sings it. We don't know what it means. Apparently it's a very raunchy song.
Yes.
Yeah, but if you get like 10-year-olds singing it doesn't matter. You don't have to know what the lyrics mean. I think the story is very important. But even that, sometimes you don't even need to tell the story. I'm always very surprised that people come to me, they say they feel like they're in the rainforest, or they feel like they're, I don't know lah, somewhere else meditating or whatever. Like, however you receive it is fine for me.
Okay. For Encik Arwith pula, macam Piri Rice tour kat Jepun. Sebab Jepun, orang yang saya tahulah, Jepun kebanyakannya tak berbahasa Inggeris. Kan? So ada tak cabaran yang macam language barrier, nak borak dengan crowd atau dengan promoter ke apa?
Memang nak borak dengan crowd kat sana agak susah jugalah. Dia macam ayam dengan itik juga. Tapi kita ada seorang kawan Jepun ni. So dia pandai English. So kalau apa-apa kita nak tanya ke nak beli barang ke, kita akan minta dia tolong lah. So macam tu. Tapi untuk atas stage vokalis kita orang Mira tu, dia akan cakap English lah. Dia lantaklah orang faham ke tak faham. Janji dia cakap lah.
Macam mana reception orang Jepun dengan lagu-lagu Piri Rice? Rice ke Rice? Baru nak tanya.
Piri Rice.
Rice, sorry. Okay, Piri Rice.
Diorang mostly suka lah. Sebab kita orang tak main show besar-besar pun. So, macam main kat club, macam dekat bar, macam tu je lah. So crowd pun dalam 50-60 orang. So mostly diorang enjoy lah.
Penuh lah memang.
Penuh lah, pack lah.
Itu pun every night juga?
Every night, every day.
Okay. I think we have like a little bit more time for one more question. So, apakah benda yang memori terindah from your tour that you would like to share with everyone? That I think if I tell someone this about my story, orang akan nak tour juga. So, any sweet memories that you would like to share? Dari
saya.
Okay. Anda lah.
Sweet memories
yang hanya dapat dekat tour, tak dapat kat sini.
Tu kalau dapat kat tour saja ialah untuk experience saya untuk be together dengan band lah. Sebab kita kat sini semua kita duduk rumah masing-masing kan. So kat sana macam kita buat semua benda sama-sama, you angkat barang sama-sama, you masak sama-sama, kemas rumah sama-sama, pergi jalan-jalan sama-sama because tak ada orang lain kan, orang yang sama je. So benda tu yang susah nak dapat kat sini because kat sini semua orang ada family masing-masing, ada kerja masing-masing, ada hal masing-masing kan. So kat sana tu ialah time untuk kita menjadi lebih akrab lah antara satu sama lain. So benda tu saya rasa agak mahal untuk experience kan bersama kawan-kawan kita lah.
Okay.
So yeah.
Miss Alina?
I think there was one in September. I went to Taiwan for 2 shows. One of it is festival, one of it was our album launch for the band, Small Island Big Song. And we finished our show. It was a Monday night, so we thought it was going to be quite empty. But I think about maybe 600 people came. And
Continue.
Oh. And what was I saying? Oh yeah, so we finished the show. It's about 1.5 hours, and we went off stage. And I mean, you know, usually artists you prepare encore song, right? So the bukan, it died down, and then we're just laughing at the back like, oh shit, no encore. and then suddenly we heard somebody singing from the audience, you know. And basically this Maori girl, because we have a Maori guy in our band also, she had come from the back, she came to the front and she started chanting like the woman version of the haka. And then my bandmates, the girls, they all started crying. And our Maori bandmate went back on stage and replied the haka to her. And then we played an encore song. And when we were playing, some like 20 university students from one of the kampongs, like indigenous Taiwanese, came from the back, and they came to the front, and they stole our show. Like they started their singing and like traditional dancing and everything in the front while we were playing our music. And it's the first time I ever cry on stage, like while playing my sape. I was so overwhelmed, like just I think the love and appreciation of the audience back to the band, that was incredible.
For Shdiam?
I haven't cried yet at any of the shows.
But any sweet memories? Memorable
I think
things.
just being with my bandmates also and meeting lots of people, and you play this like really weird, unique places. You meet all kinds of interesting people, and you're definitely going to meet them again in the future, like at some point. But it was really, really fun. Like I don't remember half of what happened on the tour, so I assumed it was really good. Yeah, that's how you know it was really good.
Yes, that's how you know. That's how you know. Untuk Encik Arwith?
Yeah, the tour itself is sweet memories for
All the tours.
all the tours.
All the three
all
bands.
The tours, yeah.
Yang paling manis. Band mana?
Manis,
Bagi dia
bagi
apa, anak emas
saya-
lah, anak emas.
Bagi saya,
Band anak emas.
Bagi saya dapat jumpa kawan-kawan dekat sana kat Eropah kan, sebab sebelum ni kontak pakai email je, tak pernah jumpa. So bila pergi sana tu kita jumpa depan-depan tu rasa macam happy sangat lah. Kan? Lepas tu dapat pula jumpa orang yang betul-betul minat band kita. Kita yang sing along sekali, kita pun tak tahu dia hafal lagu kita. Yang tu lah. Tu agak macam terharu lah situ.
Okay. Sweet memories, guys. Final question, final macam kira macam masa hampir tamat. Pada yang ada soalan, you will get to ask your questions in a bit. What are the one advice that you would like to give, to impart to the audience, ada live audience juga kot, in regards to touring, make friends, whatever. So anything that you would like to tell the audience before we open the Q&A session?
I think it's exactly your answer, lah. Make friends.
How do
It's
you
true.
make friends?
Oh my God.
Mm.
I mean, like I said, for me it was showcase festivals, but just ask also, like, yeah, I think it's like if I'm going to Indonesia, just put the word out there, ask friends of friends of friends, and suddenly you meet someone, you can set up something. Yeah, and like friends with bands as well, they know people. Friends with everyone. I think any industry is like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
For you, any advice?
So yeah, asking is also very important. Just kau takkan rugi if the person doesn't know, then they don't know lah. But they might refer you to someone who does know, And also don't limit yourself to like, we'll only play these certain kind of shows or something. Asalkan ada show, belasah je. Don't be afraid to do anything. Just do it.
For second comment? Or any bands? Dia ada banyak sangat band.
Okey. Untuk pendapat saya lah. Sebelum kalau nak pergi mana-mana tu, kita try promote band sendiri. At least kita ada material yang label sana yang riliskan. So daripada situ label tu akan tolong kita promote, so orang akan kenal lah dari situ. So macam untuk mendapatkan show tu dah senang lah sebenarnya. Kalau orang dah kenal kan.
Okay. And finally, Encik Ipin.
Untuk saya, kita kena before pergi tu kena buat proper planning lah. Logistik ke, financially, mana kita nak tidur, apa kita nak makan, apa obstacles, macam let's say tempat-tempat yang kita pergi kadang-kadang kita kena ada visa, so kena check make sure visa tu okay, paperwork semua make sure alright kan. Sebab kadang-kadang bukan semua negara you bawa music instruments you boleh masuk. So tu you kena check. Sama juga kena tanya, and jangan malu bertanya. And Google lah, sekarang Google paling senang kan.
Yes.
So benda tu planning is adalah sangat penting lah. So planning tu kena buat betul-betul lah. Dia kalau berubah kat time touring tu tengah berubah-ubah sikit tak apa. Yang penting you ada plan A, plan B, plan C kan. So apa-apa jadi senang.
Okay.
I think also after you make friends, they're gonna ask you for material. This is the more practical stuff lah, which I got wrong in the first year. You have to have like at least 3 audio songs. You need to have your live shows recorded, not like music video. And your live show, the setup has to be the same as what you're pitching. So I gave like me and a guitarist, but I was actually pitching something else, and it got rejected because of that apparently. And then like some good media interviews. It doesn't have to be international media, but just get somebody, local paper, sit down, but do a really good interview about you guys. I think those are the things that really really help.
Okay. Thank you so much for our panelists for sharing their experiences. Nak tepuk dulu ke? Okay. So we open to the floor for questions. If you guys would like to ask anything at all, but nothing about relationships or whatever. We don't need that. We just need something, about touring mainly. Yes, the girl at the back. Sorry, mic tak ada. Sorry.
Saya boleh tolong. Saya tak payah jawab. It's okay. Carry on.
Hello.
Hi, my name is Mariam. I'm with Mafis. Last month, we went to Indonesia. We played for International Independent Music Festival. So my question was is ada 2. So satu about visa, satu working permit. Do we have to check on working permit, or how are we going to settle work permit macam tu? And then second about luggage in terms of our music instruments. Sebab for me, I play the cello, and then our manager had to buy a second seat for my instrument. So and then we heard so many stories about kalau you check in the instruments and then pecah lah apa semua. So macam mana nak buat tu?
Anyone?
Okay, untuk working permit, selalunya kalau let's say you main untuk festival, you boleh minta organizer untuk settlekan for you. So macam last September hujan main dekat Soundrenaline. So kita minta festival or promoter yang book kita untuk settlekan semua benda. Make sure benda tu semua ada. If let's say, katakan sometimes in Singapore, let's say you go to Esplanade, dia tak payah, you tak payah ada working permit, it's okay. But then everything has to be written lah in emails or official letter, so that bila you dekat immigration, you boleh bagi letter tu. Katakan kalau diorang kata tak perlu permit, so you boleh tunjuk benda tu. So cuma last experience kita pergi Bali, I don't know why before this kita masuk Indonesia okay, tapi dekat Bali tu kita ada masalah sebab mungkin barang dah semakin banyak kan, so diorang minta kita karnet sebab bawa barang masuk, which benda tu satu benda yang boleh di-debate lah. So alhamdulillah kita orang lepas kat Bali tu, tapi in future benda tu macam saya cakap lah, kita kena check. And then untuk you punya cello, saya tak pernah bawa band yang ada cello, tapi selalunya cello ada flight case kan. So you before you fly, selalu I akan check dengan airline. I akan call airline and tanya, saya ada macam let's say macam gitar, ada macam katakan gitar I nak bawa naik atas, I tak nak check in the luggage. So I akan call airline cakap, oh I nak bawa masuk gitar, I daripada band mana, I nak pergi mana untuk show apa, I nak bawa gitar ni. So I boleh ambil insurance, but then I need some guarantee yang gitar tu takkan apa-apa, because once kita dah sampai sana, you punya instrument habis, you tak boleh main lah kan. Or macam before this kita pernah pergi show dekat London, so sebab kita tak nak dekat Heathrow tu ada apa-apa problem, so kita contact Gibson untuk kita loan gitar Gibson dekat sana. So let's say macam cello, I tak rasa you boleh pakai cello orang lain kot, because you dah set up you punya kan. So you kena check lah dengan insurance, dengan airline untuk macam mana you nak bawa masuk. Kalau worst case scenario is lah untuk you book another seat lah. Itu paling senang, tapi makan duit sikit lah kan. So if kalau organizer nak bayar, silakan lah kan. Terima kasih.
Anyone want to add to that?
Orang, when we flew from UK to Copenhagen, we flew Ryanair, which is a cheap ass flight lah. But the thing is, you got to buy another seat for your instrument, regardless of what it is, a guitar or something. Guitar kecil je. I brought a travel size guitar. You can just put it in the overhead. It doesn't take up space, but you still have to buy an extra seat for the thing. So we didn't have the money for that. So what we did was we contacted the other bands who were playing dekat Copenhagen tu. Lepas tu minta tolong diorang if we can borrow their instruments. Nasib baik kita orang punya setup simple je, like 2 guitars, bass, drums. So we borrowed instruments. So it's important to have that network. You can ask the organizer to help you. Like in this case, the organizer helped us to put us in touch with the band. We can borrow the equipment. Also, but you play a cello. Like I'm not sure. Like not many punk bands play cello. Tapi insurance is a good idea if you can't afford it. It's because the cello probably costs tens of thousands of ringgit.
Anyone want to add someone?
Yeah, don't ada insurance kan?
Any difficulties with the sape?
Oh yeah, always.
So
But
how do you go about that?
Now I just get a hard case and just
Don't ada
put all my
insurance.
baju inside around the sape. Seriously, for 5 weeks my baju is this much, you know. Everything else was sape, CDs, cable, toiletries. Like always put your instrument first, I think.
Yes.
But then there's once I took my baby sape to London last month. Baby sape is like, I think this big. So I just put in my soft case and I carried it. It was Etihad. I had no problems going there, but coming back, they said, no, you need to check it in. Yeah, so I said, how can you have different, macam like, your same airline, you have different policies. But you know, in the UK, people are like, so strict. And then I saw on their website, they said you can take violins on. I said, oh, this is the same size as a violin. It's not true, lah. It's a bit bigger. And then I had to ask someone. I almost felt like crying. And then they let it on. But even if it really depends who you get at the gate checking you in, it really depends. So I always say just put in a hard case and check it in. Like invest in a case. You can get them custom made also.
In terms of like work permits and stuff, that's an issue for traveling bands because sometimes some countries require you to have a work permit. Make sure you have an official email from the organizer inviting you, a contact person that you can get in touch with at the airport. So that's your backup. And just in case it's still korang kena ada backstory. Split up masa dekat immigration tu. Have a backstory. Say like, oh, I'm here to visit my friends, and these CDs are gifts for my friends. Is it on? Yeah, that's just a tip lah for y'alls. I'm not saying that we did it, but you know, it's a tip. Just putting it out there. Yeah.
Encik Arwin?
Yes, sama macam saya pergi Jepun, kena tahan dengan immigration kan. Dia tanya kenapa bawa gitar ni semua kan. So kita orang cakap lah, kita ada main wedding kawan dekat Jepun.
Good backstory, good
Yeah,
backstory.
So kena pandai-pandai kona-kona lah. So dia pun cakap okay boleh lepas lah. Dia tak minta.
Kat kahwin
Dia
kena
pun
ada
okay.
WhatsApp. Aku kahwin minggu ni. Okay. Any other questions? Anyone? Any questions? Anything? Okay. So no questions, yes. Oh, mic. Okay. Lampu terang tak nampak. Okay.
Kena diri. Sorry.
Hi.
Just want to ask, how do you know like when you're like, of course you can't tell like when we're actually ready, but how do you know that your music is enough to say like someone else in another country, they already have listening, so that you have like sort of confidence and confirmation that you can perform at another country? Yeah.
Korang kena ada konsep angkat bakul sendiri. Kalau korang rasa confident lagu aku best gila babi, I really like it. I'm sure someone out there will also like it. Yeah, so korang kena be confident in yourself and confident in your art.
Just do it.
Yeah, just do it. Belas saja.
Yeah, and just ask. I mean, the worst they say is no.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Then you're in the same position.
That is true.
Yeah, like I said before, kalau boleh, at least band tu dah ada material. So kita spread the material tu. Macam Utarik dulu, kita orang release demo dalam 100 pieces. half of them I bagi free to other labels. So kita ada apa orang kata pengaruh spread the music lah. So bagi orang tahu band tu. So bila orang dah tahu senang nak kita nak introduce band kita nanti.
Betul.
Also kalau korang macam maybe not so confident yet, look for other bands yang play similar music to yours and see what kind of shows they play. Maybe get in touch with that band and say, oh, can we play with you at so and so, and then give them a sample of your music. Macam tu lah. Tapi yang penting korang kena confident in yourself lah.
Yes, be confident. Perform shows every night. Cik. Perform kat Mamak. Kita akan buat deal dengan pelintir kejap lagi. Kan. Any other questions? Kalau ada yang angkat tangan saya tak nampak. Ada? Tak ada? Sure? Last chance ni. Lepas ni tak boleh tanya diorang dah. Lepas ni tanya satu soalan RM10. Ada? Oh, okay. Hi.
Saya ada kawan yang ada band. Nama band tu Pasca Sini. Lagu-lagu depan ada kat Spotify, cik. No, but...
Can you stand up?
Oh, sorry.
Yes. Tangga, sorry.
The question is, what can a band do? Let's say the band dah record lagu, dia dah publish lagu, ada CD apa semua, and dah perform di Malaysia around the year. Apa yang dia boleh buat dalam masa beberapa hari ni ataupun dalam beberapa minggu ni untuk get, several steps closer to playing internationally? What can they do now to merealisasikan that impian? Faham tak soalan? Okay.
Yes.
Terima kasih.
Anyone wanna?
I would say apply for a showcase festival. There's a lot of showcase festivals. We don't have any in Malaysia. Just look, I don't know what you play, rock or... Rock?
Pop punk, is it? Pop punk.
Pop punk. There's...
Yeah. Pop punk, kan?
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm not sure.
And then for flight funding, some the one in Korea is called Seoul Music Week, but actually Korea has quite a few showcase festivals. I think you guys know. They paid for my flights. So some showcase festivals, once you get in with all your great material, they pay for your flights. Otherwise, you do a usual crowdfunding sponsor for the flights. But yeah, showcase festivals are like gold to me.
So basically, you just go to Google and type showcase festivals in this country.
I think so. Yeah. I mean, again, I don't know for for mainstream music. But yeah, try showcase music festival in Asia.
Anything you guys would like to add?
Ya, macam Faris cakap, kalau kita nak start tu, kita start daripada macam muzik kita main pop punk kan. Kita cari band yang main macam kita tu. So bila kita contact diorang tu, kemungkinan diorang pun berminat, diorang akan tolong kita lah. Daripada situ dia start sebenarnya.
Okay. Tapi kalau macam nak main festival, apa yang saya buat ialah saya pergi kat website festival tu dan macam sama macam angkat bangku sendiri lah. You email je ke orang tu kan. You dapat lah. Tu luck lah kan. Yeah. So, tapi you email je. You email berapa banyak festival. Kalau ada 100 lah you email. Kalau lekat satu, okey lah kan. So, bila you dah main satu show, you akan... Selalunya kalau you main festival besar, diorang akan invite festival owner lain untuk datang. So, daripada situ you akan buat networking lah. So, let's say kalau kat Malaysia, dulu kita ada Rockaway. Benda-benda macam tu pun you boleh try jumpa and main juga kan. So kat sini pun kita ada je yang macam livescape, geng-geng tu you boleh jumpa and tanya dorang macam Cik Rahul kan. So dia banyak connection, so maybe you boleh tanya dia. So benda-benda macam tu. Tapi email tu adalah benda paling senang lah. Just email and then hantar profile, video, live shows. Jangan hantar video, kalau boleh jangan hantar music video lah. Hantar live show punya set kan. So boleh shoot dekat atas pun boleh record terus and buat satu profile lah. 20%
Also like another way is like bands coming here. Macam banyak punk band tour dekat sini apa semua tu. Go to their shows, chat with them after the show and say like, we would love to come and play at your country. This is our music. This is, we hope you like it. And if it works out, maybe we can set something. Also, it works the other way. when you go and play outside there, other bands there will come and approach you and give you their music, and then you be prepared to help them when they decide to come here and do shows. You can set up shows for them here. They can set up shows for you over there. That's how the exchange works.
I also just remembered I have these 2 thick directories from WOMEX, the World Music Expo, with all the festival directors and their email addresses. And it's world music, but it also covers festivals like Glastonbury and other types of music. So if you want to come by my studio, just drop me a message and you can use it there. Okay. It's much smaller than this. Like, don't all come at once.
So yeah, everyone can approach Alena for if
Open
they're
house,
interested in
open house.
touring. Okay. Okay. Any other questions? No? Okay, so we'll close off the sessions with thank you so much, the panelists, for sharing your experience. And yes, very glad. Now we know that the important thing about touring is asking. Definitely ask. Buat muka tak malu, tebalkan muka, angkat baku sendiri. And also, just make friends as much as possible. Even if you're timid like myself, I'm not really good with people. Just like start asking, and you never know where you might get. Yes. So thank you so much, everyone, for coming. And yes, give a hand to our panelists. Yes. Habis. Okay. Yes. So after this, you guys. Boleh. Yes, boleh. So after this, we'll have a sharing session with this band called the Venopian Solitude. If you would like to stay, you can stay. We can have about 15-minute break. 10 ke? Okay, 10-minute break. You can smoke outside at the balcony upstairs. Solat ada corner surau kat sini. Yes, and there's probably food or don't know ada lagi ke tak at the back. And yeah, see you in 10 minutes.
Okay, thank you so much Takara Suiko untuk session dengan panelis kita tadi. Kita akan sambung dalam masa 10 minit daripada sekarang bersama dengan TVS. Kalau tadi Taka interview orang, lepas ni kita akan interview dia balik dan rakan-rakan dia yang cukup menarik. Jadi kita tunggu 10 minit. Anda boleh ambil masa anda untuk bersenang-senang seketika. Di depan masih lagi ada tempat kosong. Kalau tak cukup kat belakang, macam tak cukup seat kat belakang, boleh datang penuhkan dekat depan.